My friend Chris and I are out here today. Let's see what we can catch. Well, we paddled up to these little islands up here because we saw fish jumping all over the place. It also sheltered us from the wind, which was nice. So I figured I'd sit, power pole down, relax, catch some small fish, have a beer maybe. Luckily it was my first one, so that my abilities weren't impaired too much, because I was about to hook into something big. Ooh. Gotcha. Whatever this thing was, it just wasn't stopping. It felt like it was just swimming away. I actually had an idea as to what I thought it would be. And I wasn't happy about it. Oh, there's no stopping this thing. I have to power pole up. This mystery fish was pulling me and my kayak away from that little sheltered spot, out into an open area where boats would zoom by every once in a while. This was not looking too good. Let's see if it'll pop to the surface. Heavy thing, whatever it is. But I was able to gain some line on him because I had taken up the anchor. You can see there I'm cupping the spool with my hand, with my left hand, to add a little bit of extra drag to try to get this thing in. This way, if I felt them running, I could just let go. Whereas if I had just tightened down the drag using the little screw on top of the reel, and this fish decided to run, there was a chance it could break the line. It's a ray, alright. Just as I feared. A cow-nosed ray. It was going to be tough to get this thing up to the kayak. Would you come here, please? Oh, don't break my line. See if a shark comes up and grabs him. That's not outside the realm of possibility. That is feisty. Up. Alright, come here. It's hooked pretty good too. This thing had way too much energy to land right away. I was gonna have to get him tired. Look how far he had pulled me already. So I put the rod in the holder, and I tried to lead him back towards land. The idea was I was going to drag him back to the islands. Come on, puppy. We'll go for a walk. Man, oh man, oh man. If nothing else, it was at least going to tire this ray out a little bit. Give me a better chance to get him to the boat safely. coming back to the boat finally. Oh. So close. Come on now. Tired yet? Don't get cut, Marty. Oh, bath time. See, well, it's a good idea to have some pliers at the ready. My goodness. This is going to be difficult. Oh! Cold water. Come on, jerk. He's like, who's the jerk? Come here, come here. Oh, man. Be careful, that braided line will cut me. Well, I was out here without a net, so that I had no help in that department. And I really wanted that lure back. He does not like the looks of me. And he was finally starting to get a little tired. Cool looking thing, isn't he? Look at his face. That is a crazy looking creature. Can you see it? See his eyeball? Yeah, show your face. Having done some research since I caught him, I realized that you can pick them up from their nostrils, those openings on the top of their head. But I didn't want to hurt the fish, and I certainly didn't want to get stung, so I realized I'd have to do this the hard way. Free, I'm gonna try. It's dangerous. So much pressure on that hook. This is the part that was starting to scare me. That's one. Okay, you're almost free, fella. Don't freak out. Come here. Come here. Wait. Okay. Did you recognize that as being a dangerous situation? Because it was. I mean, if that hook had slipped out of the ray's wing, it probably would have went flying. It definitely would have went flying, considering how much the rod was bent over. And who knows where it would have landed. It could have stuck me in the arm or in my face, in my eye. Before you guys write in about how dangerous that was, I recognized that it was a dangerous situation. And I did do a couple of things to try to prevent myself from getting hooked. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a scenario, just like I had. We use the shoe instead of a ray. It doesn't weigh nearly as much, but it'll make a good analog. And you see how my rod is bent over, like this. If that goes flying, you could get a hook in yourself, so that's a bad thing. So when I saw that, I didn't want to grab the line. If I grab the line and then open the bail like this, then I'm trusting that the fish is not going to take off and the line is not going to cut my hand. And that fish was fighting so hard, I was really afraid of that happening. So instead, I left the bail closed and I brought him next to the boat using the rod and the line. And at one point I looked at the hook and I realized it wasn't close to coming off. It was in there really, really good, and those rays have a lot of cartilage in there. I doubted it was going to just rip out. So I made the decision to quickly reach over and grab it, and then I wrapped the line around the paddle. Now, if you can see, the rod is bent over, but from the paddle down, there's no tension. So I could hold a lot of tension in the rod while I get the hook out. You see the rod's still bent over, but that lure is not flying anywhere because I've got it pinched up against the paddle. Then I took the pressure off of the rod, and that's how I got the fish off. So see if you recognize that in this video. I just had to show you that, guys, so that I didn't get a bunch of comments saying, hey man, that's dumb, you're gonna get hurt, yada yada. I might very well get hurt, but I'm aware of the danger of the situation, and now maybe you are too. Okay, back to the video. He is tired. Almost. Okay. Finally got a grip on that freaking treble hook. It's almost free. Get free. Goodbye. Whew. What a big pain in the butt. Spilled my beer and everything. Well, I paddled back into that little cove to fish with my buddy and target some more manageable size fish, like this little snook. Catching big fish is nice, but it's definitely something to be said about the peace of sitting and fishing and on a nice warm summer day, not having to worry about putting a hook in your flesh. Today I was able to do both and come home unscathed. That's a cool thing.